So we're live now.
Why not? Yeah.
Go ahead, that's fine.
First of all, I guess who are you? How would you introduce yourself?
So at the moment, I'm City Urbanist for the City of Glasgow. It's a strategic advisory role about place, design, and the city. And I was asked by the city's leadership to act in this way to help the city develop its narrative about the cohesion of the city and where it is the city is going, primarily related to place, design, and their interaction in the city. And I am a professor at Glasgow School of Art. I'm head of urbanism, and in that role I research and inquire into the contemporary and future city.
And now if we take a step back, I guess, where did this journey start? Like, what first got you interested in built environment or things, or when did you first notice or start to develop that kind of interest in the city around you or the place around you?
I started life as a scientist, if you like. So, not now, but when I was at school, mathematics was clear to me, and I just got it. So I loved mathematics, and I went off to university to study mathematics, pure maths, and I discovered
Glasgow.
I went to university to study pure maths, discovered I was in a class of 150, all of whom were brighter than me, and had a higher order level of understanding of mathematics than I felt I would ever reach. But I've always had a love of the natural environment, so I graduated in earth sciences and mathematics. And I started to work, and I started to think about how these skills could be shaped or help shape, make the world a better place, the aspiration of youth, if you like, that you want to try to do something. And so I was training then as a planner and generally content with my lot. And then I went to a place called Louisiana in Denmark, which is a museum. It's called Louisiana because the legacy that was left to the museum was from a Danish businessman who had married 3 times, I believe, and every time to a woman called Louise. And so it became known as Louisiana. And it's, I guess, 17th, early 18th century villa. But into the grounds of this villa have been insinuated a whole series of corridors, exhibition spaces, galleries, and it blew my mind. And in particular, there's a gallery where you walk through a sequence of corridors, and these corridors are glazed. So, of course, when you're outside in the grounds, you see through the corridor to the grounds beyond. And so there are people walking inside in the landscape. These days, we would do it all in glass, structural glass that's joined structurally. It's not at Louisiana, it doesn't matter, because in the hands of the skilled architect and landscape architect, it just enhances the experience. And when you walk along one of these corridors, you end up in a gallery that has a Rothko on the wall and 3 pieces by Giacometti. And it's set into the hill, and the entire end wall is glazed into a glade with a small lake. And I blew my mind because I thought, good God, somebody has done this. And in a role such as City Urbanist, you're working with a huge institution, which is the City Authority for Glasgow, which is highly skilled at process, highly skilled at analysis, and highly skilled at problem solving, but does not always know where that's leading. The challenge, however, is to always keep an open mind about what the destination is and have the strength of character and the humility to know that you can't know about that with total certainty. So you, to use a mathematical term, you might conceivably approach the destination asymptotically. So you approach it iteratively. You get there in steps, but you're always thinking forward. So we are both from Glasgow School of Art and the Macintosh School of Architecture, and we know that we have worked together as professor and student in an environment that's multicultural with many different cultures. So there's no homogeneity, and therefore we become hardwired to seeing other people's points of view, understanding other cultures, understanding other ways of thinking, and bringing that to our work. But that doesn't mean that we become solely internationalist in the sense that we're looking for some kind of universal style, but that we have a freshness in our thinking to our context, because it doesn't mean that we always have to do it this way. We can change the way we think about it, provided we make the appropriate references to culture, the appropriate references to climate, and we keep the rain out, and we feel it's Scottish, and others feel it's Scottish, but not in a narrow, jingoistic or exclusive way, but one that celebrates the richness of that, but invites others to share it with you. As with the many communities that Glasgow has. It has Celtic traditions. The first waves of immigration to Glasgow were Highland Scots and Irish, and there's Gaelic traditions in Glasgow. And then there were Polish, Irish, and Jewish immigration. And now we have subcontinent Asian communities, some of whom are more gallus than the Glaswegians are. So you get that. Glasgow's a city that has a degree of melting pot to it, that we're not New York, but we're not closed either. There's an energy to Glasgow.